Pilot 823. One of those pens that people aspire to get, or it's also called the Holy Grail pen. One of the terms that was coined by, I think it was coined by him, a fellow content creator, a writing guy, is this is one pen collection, right? That's pretty catchy, right? This is definitely that pen. It's just worlds apart. So here's what's gonna happen in today's video. I'm gonna show you both of these pens. There are two different nibs in this pen, in both of these pens. I have also a 743, which I have used, or the nib from 743 is what I've used in this amber one. So that's another thing that I'm going to show you. I also did a short video showing that, or rather talking about what I'm trying to do here. This is a plain pen, uh, 823 in black, or I don't know what, I don't even remember what the official term is, but I'm gonna ink it for you guys as well. So we are also going to show you how this pen inks, right? So first of all, come on, let's have a look at the bottom finial. This has that typical cigar shape, very classic look, and of course the pilot ball. One of the really cool things that caught me was uh, the the way, if you let me see if I can show you this. Look at this beauty. I think the amber one looks much more beautiful than the black one. A lot of people like even the clear one. Not a big fan of clear 823, but personally this is like pengasmic, right? Now it says custom 823 here on the cap as well. So this is, again, very classic shape. It's not in your face, right? It's also not very muted like a typical black pen, like this, let's say 743 here, right? This is an amazing pen. Now I had gotten this in fine, and my understanding before buying fine was because I had tried a fine custom 74 and I found that to be too fine, too scratchy for me. So my understanding was this is a bigger nib, right? And because this is a bigger nib, this might actually do a little bit better than, or rather have a little bit of a thicker line compared to the 74. I still found it a little bit too thin for my liking. So instead of selling, because of course my understanding was I'm collecting, I'll collect these for like decades. We're talking decades. These pens last decades, right? I can get a medium nib. Now medium nib I really liked, and I still found like a middle ground that I wanted to try, and that's why I had gotten, and these are all like now, all three of these are like almost 4 years old now. I got this 743 in soft fine medium, and I realized I can always change the nib because these, along with 743, have the same nib size. 743 comes in 20 different nibs basically. This one has limited options. So I thought, why not do that? So for this one, what I've done is I've taken the soft fine medium nib from 743 and I've put it here. And I've just inked it with the Pilot Black, and I'm gonna ink with Pilot Black again today as well. So it's very different. It's a little bit thicker. It's not as thick as medium. The soft feeling is, I think, really nice. Although sometimes I feel like I could have gone with a fine medium rather than a soft fine medium. But I think this is pretty cool. It feels like a cushion, and that has to do with the nib, right? But it's definitely right up there. I would love to have an 823 in fine medium rather than soft fine medium. But yeah, this is an amazing pen overall. Now, is it worth it? That depends, because I do ride with other much cheaper pens quite a bit. I love, for example, Lamy All Star, Safari. I love Twisby Eco. I love writing with a Sailor Promenade, which is kind of, I think at this point, less than half the price. And when I had bought these, when I had gotten these, it was like about half the price. Now let me show you how do you ink these. The difference is 743 is a converter pen. This is a vacuum filler. This travels well in an airplane. The another thing that you have to pay attention to is when you're writing with these, there's only so much ink that the feed is going to hold. So if you're writing regularly, um, it's going to run out. So you need to keep the back cap open a little bit, which creates, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, it creates a little bit of a space here between the seal and the feed, and it allows the ink to pass through, and it's gonna start writing. So you need to do that periodically. To be honest, it takes me a couple of months to actually reach that point, and the capacity here is amazing. This pen, if you've inked it with a blue ink, if you've inked it with a red ink like Diamine Oxblood, it looks really good. Right now it's plain simple black, so it might not come across as flashy, but that's my use for it. I use a black ink more often than not. Now this one, as I was saying, I've got 743 with the fine nib that came out from my amber, and I've got the 823, if I can kind of handle my pens correctly, not break them. This is a medium 823. Let's try and ink this and see how it goes, guys. Now what you need to do for actual inking is you open the finial, right? Pull back the piston. Now we are ready to ink this bad baby. The good thing about Pilot ink, by the way, is it has this container inside. I don't know if you can see, I had it inked with reddish ink, which hasn't completely gone out. But all you need to do is dip it, hold it. I see that you can't possibly see. So what I'm gonna try, actually, let me do this. Let me pick up the camera and show you guys what I have here. This is what I have here. Alright, so all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press on this. I'm gonna hold it from here, press on this, and it's gonna suck the ink once the piston is fully inside. Right? Alright, and you're gonna see the ink rise up here. Look. You see? Awesome, right? It's pretty cool. If it was up to me, I would just keep inking it all the time. Let's clean that up. Now, we've cleaned that up. I hope I don't drop the ink bottle, because my puppy is right sleeping in the middle of my feet here. This is the Pilot. It's gonna run a little bit wet because we've just inked it in medium nib. And the Pilot black. I'm just gonna show you. I'm gonna get the camera to focus. I'm going to show you the difference between soft, fine, medium and medium. If the paper is good, the medium works really well. But if you're writing on kind of your daily use notebooks, the medium, because the nib size is huge. Let me show you. The nib size is huge. The medium can get, let's say, a little bit out of hand or a little bit too wet for kind of your cheaper daily use pages. For me, soft, fine, medium in that sense works a little bit better with specifically well-behaved ink. Pilot inks, Pilot Blue, Pilot Standard Black, both are very well-behaved inks. But then there is also Waterman Serenity Blue that is extremely well-behaved. So if I'm in doubt with if that ink is going to work better on the paper that I'm going to use or not, I use Waterman Serenity Blue or Pilot Blue at this point. Now, this is an amazing pen overall. As you can see, one thing just I forgot, I should give you a little bit of a better look of how the nib looks. And maybe for comparison, let me bring in, let's say, a Lamy. This is Lamy All-Star or Lamy Safari, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty much the same thing, right? And in terms of size as well, I'll just show you. Look, it's a little bit longer. The Lamy one is still feels a little bit thicker, but I think on the cap end it's 823, that's thicker. Then just to bring you guys in front of a pencil context, I'll just also bring my pencil out. Right? It's a pretty cool pen. Now, again, as I said, if this is worth it or not, I think again it depends on what you want to do. If you're a fountain pen collector and you want to have the best in the business, this is going to be the best in the business. This will last a very, very long time. A lot of amazing people swear by it. I do swear by it as well. Are there cheaper pens that are going to give you an equally good experience in terms of looks, feels, writing, smoothness, all of those things? Yes, there are other cheaper pens as well, cheaper gold nib pens as well, especially like Sailor, Pro Gear ones, etc. That are going to give you a really, really good experience. So do you need this pen? No. But then again, do you need anything more than Lamy Safari or maybe a Pilot Cocoon? Not really. This is about wants, right? First world problems. So but I think this works really, really well. This is an amazing pen, and if you're actually considering a pen in this range, I think this is a killer pen. Lamy 2000 is another one that people love. But then again, if you want that classic cigar shape, I am a fountain pen user kind of a vibe, this is the pen to go for, in my opinion. And that is kind of my review for Pilot Custom 823. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I hope you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you want more of these. I'm going to see you guys next time.